guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be making keto biscuits.
Now I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a big egg person for breakfast especially, and I would rather enjoy something bread-like, biscuit-like with my coffee rather than eggs, so that's just me, but these are amazing.
And these biscuits, if you think about it, they're kind of like the ones that you can get from Popeyes or KFC, like with your meal.
And the best part is they do have a little bit of egg whites in them, but there's no eggy flavor. So the people who are not big fans of eggs, you're gonna love this one.
Okay, so let's get started. So the first step that we want to do is sift all of our ingredients, and this is really important because we don't want to have any clumps in our mixture.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've got one of these old-fashioned sifters. I think my mom gave it to me eons ago. but a sifter like this will work fine, or we have something like this, a little more fancier, a little more modern. So this is another option. But this is kind of my favorite just because I've had it for a long time.
It's kind of like those things that people use to find gold in rivers with.
Yeah, that too.
So first we're going to add 1 cup of almond flour into our bowl.
And we also have 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And our next ingredient is really important for any kind of gluten-free baking and any kind of keto baking as well. It's xanthan gum. Now this is a little magic ingredient that binds everything together and holds everything beautifully and makes it moist. And it's pretty reasonable. You get a big box like so for a few dollars, and there's like a bunch of packets like this in it, which help it stay fresh. So definitely invest in this. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of this, half a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt.
And lastly, we're going to use 1 teaspoon of erythritol. And this is optional, but it definitely makes it taste better. And now we're going to sift it.
So now that we have our flour all sifted and perfect like this, I've got 2 tablespoons of cold butter. You definitely want this butter to be cold and not room temperature, so I measured it out and I kept it in the refrigerator until ready to use. And all I'm going to do is put it in here, and I'm just going to take a fork and kind of crumble this mixture into here. I'm not using my hands because hands naturally have body warmth and it's going to melt the butter, so it's better to take a fork and just kind of press it in here and make a little crumbly mixture. Okay, so now we've got 2 eggs. We're only going to use the egg whites, and we're going to save the yolks for something else like ice cream or mousse. But anyway, here's our eggs. Separate. That's 1.
And to the egg whites, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of water.
Now you can do this manually if you just have a whisk, but this is a little faster. I'm going to take my frothy eggs and we're going to pour them right in.
And now we're going to just mix it all together.
And you don't want to overwork this because remember, the butter's still in there and we still want it cold and basically spotty in there, and that looks perfect. So now we're going to keep this mixture in the refrigerator for about 10 to 15 minutes, again, to just cool it down before we bake it.
Okay, so it's been 15 minutes and we've taken it out of the fridge.
Just to let you know, we have our oven preheating at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and we have a baking dish like this lined with parchment paper. And biscuits are usually like this nice round shape. So if you have a cookie cutter like this, it works great. What we've done is just taken a little bit of butter or ghee you can use and just kind of line the inside of it so it slides right out. If you don't have a cookie cutter, it'll work just fine. This will make about 4 or 5 biscuits depending on how big you want them and how big your cookie cutter is. Take a little bit of this dough and put it right in. And once all the biscuits are formed, you can just smoothen out the top, even it out.
So now they're ready to bake, and we're going to be baking them at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. So we just took the biscuits out of the oven.
They smell amazing.
They really do.
And look at them. Look like
Yeah,
bona fide
they
biscuits.
look just like something you could get off of KFC.
So let's cut one of these open and see how it looks. Super moist and flaky inside.
You said moist.
Check that out. Oh my god. This looks so delicious.
That'll taste so good with butter on it.
And guess what? We've got some butter. Let's go ahead and put some of this on there. It's definitely a great vehicle for your butter.
So let's try it out. That is really good.
It's fantastic. It's not eggy at all, and yet the egg does its job in whatever it needs to do for the rise and for the texture. It's so delicious just with butter on it. But you could even use this like a sausage and egg biscuit, like an egg McMuffin or something like that for breakfast, and it would be just like a complete meal. They're so good.
I just ate all mine.
So if you make like 4 to 5 servings, 4 to 5 biscuits out of this recipe, the net carbs are only like 1.5 net carb to 2 net carbs.
Nothing.
So yeah, it's nothing. And for this delicious oven item, so worth it.
So thank you so much for watching our video. If you liked it and decided to try it out, let us know what you think in the comments below and give us a like. And if you want to see more videos like this and get notified every time we post a new video, then subscribe and ring the bell.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram.
So remember, it's easy to keto if you know how. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.